Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome on back to another episode of Blitzvillage. Now, of course, you will notice right away that, well, things are looking a little bit different. By a little bit, I mean quite a bit. Basically, what I have on is something called shaders. So I've decided to turn this thing on now that I've acquired a better PC that can actually handle these types of things and still run at a pretty good frame rate. I decided that, you know what, might as well take this on and give this a look. And of course, it is up to you guys to let me know whether or not you want me to continue using this or not. So of course, welcome on back to another episode of Blitzvillage. Today we will be tackling, of course, that thing right there. Ay carambas. We have got to finish that thing today. That is the challenge I have set out for myself, and I'm gonna work my butt off, guys, but I will finish that build. We will do it, guys. We will do it. Yes, we can. So, of course, though, before we get to the build of the day, by the way, I really love the way that the shaders make most things look. I mean, it just looks epic. I mean, everything looks way cooler and way nicer, and I don't know. I'm really in love with some of these shader applications. But nonetheless, of course, before we get to building our stuff, we have to take a look at your designs, at your builds, at your goodies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think the weather's changing. Alright, let me weather clear this. And then also let me go ahead and time set 0. You saw that? It got cloudy, huh? That was pretty crazy, huh? Look at that. Look how epic that looks. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it looks so beautiful. But nonetheless, of course, let's get to the shoutouts of the week. If you guys want to be featured on an upcoming episode of Blitzvillage, of course, tweet me your awesome creations over on the Twitter machine, which is, of course, twitter.com/Blitzwinger, and tweet at Blitzwinger. Any and every submission will be taken into account, and any and every submission will hopefully be featured at some point down the line. Nonetheless, today we've got 4 fantastic submissions just because you guys have been sending way more submissions, so now I'm thinking of sometimes increasing the quantity to 4, maybe even 5 people featured per episode. Nonetheless, we kick things off with the one and only J.R. Turo, who sent in a pretty gosh darn cool looking SpongeBob design, which is awesome. I love SpongeBob. Definitely a big favorite cartoon of mine, especially as a kid. I love that cartoon. It was fantastic. I don't so much keep up with any of the more recent things for SpongeBob. I don't even know if they make new episodes. Let me know down in the comment section below. But I do remember that when I was younger, I kept up with every single episode and absolutely adored that show. Nonetheless, we head off to the next person, who is a Bandos, who assembled, he or she, a Stone Liberty Boy, which is so awesome because it's basically a cross between, obviously, Super Meat Boy and the Statue of Liberty and stones. And they just mixed all 3 of those things in a blender to create basically a really, really delicious shake. Oh, wait a minute. No. I talked about blenders and then my brain went into milkshake territory. But nonetheless, it created a really cool statue. Alrighty, we move on to the second to last submission for today, who is the one and only Adam Coleman, sending in another submission. He's been sending in a ton of submissions, so because I've been aggregating a lot of them, you, my friend, get another feature here. And of course, he sent in a Blitzbot plus Pokemon equals awesome over 9,000. Sounds quite promising indeed. And of course, we will end off the show here with the one and only Kyler, who's only 5 years old, who sent in a fantastic looking design. Kind of, I don't know why, I got a little bit of a Peter Griffin vibe off of it. I'm sure that that's not what it is, just because, well, you're 5, I'm pretty sure kids that young shouldn't be watching Family Guy, but hey, maybe I'm wrong about that. But nonetheless, a very, very cool design indeed. So, with all that blabbering out of the way by yours truly, and then of course also with all those beautiful, beautiful submissions out of the way, thank you guys so very much for your amazing, amazing submissions. Let's get cracking with today's episode. So as you can see, I've done quite a bit of work on the design in between episodes. I finished the majority of the torso. I did somewhat of a bat logo. This is basically all I managed to put together, considering the limitations within which I was working. Of course, we had some space limits and everything, so I tried to do my best. I know it's not a perfect logo, but again, as I said, the key element for me when I do these things is just to be creative and just to make sure that I try to make things my own instead of just building it the exact same way as others, because I think that that's very, very important, is to try to be to enjoy the creative process that Minecraft can offer. So, that being said, let's get a cracking, and we'll start with, I guess we'll finish the head, because I think that'll be the most important thing, is if we can get the head finished today, and then maybe also get the, some of the, what is it called? Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, my mouse was lagging a little bit. Get some of the cape done. That would be great. I mean, ideally I want to finish it all today, but if you realize, I mean, we got to make that cape as huge as this back, the entire thing there. I made the side cape here, and I think it turned out pretty nice actually with the little draping down here. So hopefully that is something that I will be able to do on the other side as well, but we'll see. Alright, I didn't even finish on that side, did I? I left a little bit too quickly. And then the other thing that we got to do is get the eyeballs right, which I'm predicting is going to be a bit of a pain as well, because it's going to take a little bit of time to get that just right. Alright, so I'm not going to do a lot of the front yet, so I'm just kind of going all over the place. Oh man, sun is right in my face, which is not cool, son. Why would you be right in my face? Now, luckily, what we can do is that we can go ahead and actually finish up the back of the design completely. We don't have to be concerned about that. Alright, there we go. Things are starting to come together nicely here. Whoops-a-daisies. La la la. Oh, come on. By the way, you will see a little bit of a cloudy effect on the screen. Don't worry, that's not the quality or anything. That is the shaders. So, obviously, it's got some benefits. It's got some drawbacks as well, for sure. It's not a perfect thing, but I don't know. I really like it. I think that it makes Minecraft look way more graphically, kind of like a higher fidelity of graphics, if you know what I mean. And again, I'm never a person who's like, oh, I need very, very good graphics in order to be impressed. I really am not, but I just think that it definitely looks very cool. Like, look at that. When you have the sunrise, things look so epic. Like, look at that water. Ah, that is so beautiful. Makes me want to go over there and just hang out by the pool, or in this case, I guess it'd be kind of like a riverbank, and just have a whole bunch of friends come over, and we could have a big party, and it'll be fun, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And my descriptions carry on. Alrighty. So, looks like our Batman is certainly coming together. And by the way, guys, on the next episode, we will start a new build. I know that what is it called? I promised that we would finish this design in 3 episodes, which is what we are shooting for right now. So hopefully I will manage to actually stick to that schedule today. But of course, I also did say that that does not include the inside of the build, because the inside of the build is obviously going to take an extra long time. Plus, honestly, I spent probably a good 2 hours, maybe even 3 or 4 hours building this thing myself, like adding and rebuilding and building again in between episodes. So there's been a lot of work that has gone into this design. It definitely has been one of the most time-consuming, if not the most time-consuming design that we have built so far. I mean, the only thing that might have been more is the Charizard right here, because I definitely spent a lot of hours on that as well, just to get the scales right and everything correctly. So I know that that was a pretty big pain as well in terms of time consumption, but it was well worth it, because look at that beautiful creation that turned out, at least in my opinion. It's weird giving yourself, like, saying, oh, what a beautiful thing I've created. It's like, that's a little bit egotistical, and by a little bit I mean a ton, so I should probably not be doing that. Alrighties, so let's see. Things are coming together nicely here. We have almost got the head done here, which is going to be fantastic. Man, okay, now I'm starting to feel like the shaders are not that great when you're at a big height, because what happens is it starts blinding you. Like the sun effect is definitely not particularly fun, I would say, to be quite honest. I think that that should be handled a little bit better. Okay, so we're done with that. We could, of course, go ahead and fill up this now as well. We're going to fill that up like so. And then this part as well. Look at that. The ears have come together. The, of course, infamous bat ears are now fully assembled. Now we're going to do the same thing over on this side, just to get the exact same look going. Obviously, we got to make sure that things match. We don't want one of his ears look normal and the other one just like, hey, what happened to you, Batman? He's like, I got into a fight with a dog again. No, I don't want to talk about it. Or something like that. Because I'm sure Batman does get into fights with... Well, remember, in The Dark Knight, he did get into fights with the dogs, remember? Which was one of those funny scenes between him and Alfred. Alright, so let's see. We are almost done. These shaders are definitely blinding me a little bit, so I'm not sure if it's a good idea to have them on for this series. I think that it'd be a good idea to have them on in a series where we're not up... I don't know how many blocks, probably like, what, 150 blocks up? No, 100 blocks in the air? No, not even. We're probably like 30 or 40 blocks, right? Yeah, it's probably less than what I'm thinking it is. It looks like it'd be like 100 blocks in the air, but it really is not. Alright, so there we have it. So, we've got the head and everything fully assembled. The cranium has been put together. Now it's a matter of getting to figure out where to put the eyes and everything. And then we're done with basically the main build. Then we just got to do the cape, which is obviously one of those things that is going to be time consuming, but at the same time shouldn't be too difficult in terms of how to actually do it properly. So what I'm thinking of doing is we could go 3 blocks high, right? Then we would do this. And then I was thinking, oh, do we want to go... Sorry. Nope, that's not a good look. At first what I was thinking, I just tried this right now because I didn't have any white pieces here. But at first what I was thinking was to do like 1 skin and then 1 iron to create an effect. But the problem is the shaders also create a big impact on how things look. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. Let's see. What if we did this, though? What if we went ahead and went into here? We built up this, right? Let's say like so. Right? Then we come across. And then over here, we kind of build an eye. Okay, that kind of works. I mean, we could go completely goofy and just give him like eyes like this. Or actually, no, completely goofy would be something like, I don't know, maybe like something like this. Okay, I actually like that. I think that looks amazing. Yep, we're going with that. Sticking with that. Yep. It definitely doesn't look accurate to what the Lego Batman design should be, but I think that, you know what, in this scenario, the fact that it looks funny trumps the fact that it doesn't look accurate. Oh, that looks amazing. I love that. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, cool if you find this kind of stuff funny, like I do. Because, I don't know, I just like this expression. Look, he's like, oh my god, Robin, what did you do to the Batmobile? Oh, this is awesome. This is amazing looking. Look at this. Look at that expression. Oh, Batman is not happy, that's for sure. It's like Robin destroyed the Batmobile or something, or he got a parking ticket. Batman's like, how dare you? He's not happy. Batman is not a happy camper. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and fall off Batman, apparently. Let's not do that, shall we, guys? Let's try to avoid doing that. So instead, we're going to constantly keep falling off, according to me. Yeah, I love how I talk to myself. Hey, Blitzwinger, let's not fall off the ledge. Okay, sounds like a good plan. Voom, 2 seconds later, voom, falling off the ledge. It's like, come on, what is wrong with me and my brain? We do not listen to one another. Alright, so that is very good. That is coming together nicely. So now all we need to do is basically do these ginormous rows of whoops. Okay, I just gotta get the height right. Okay, there we go. La 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 la. Oh, I went a little bit too quickly. La 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 la. Okay, so we're gonna just get these to basically come around. La 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 la. Man, this looks awesome. Look at how beautiful the water is down there. That looks gorgeous. I love it. That looks fantastic. All right, here we go. Here we go again. Oops. Sometimes I go a little bit too quickly. Uh-oh. And of course, over time, then when we do like the inside design and everything, we can always add some more like actual grooves to the cape. Because I think that obviously would look far nicer if we sculpted the cape to have some wrinkles into it and things like that. Because obviously that would bring it to life. And that's kind of something that I would want to do. But at the same time, again, I want to try to finish the design today. I really would prefer if we got the design built so that then we can start building our Pokemon Stadium, which will be awesome. Or of course, if you have any other ideas, let me know down in the comment section below for what else you would like to see built on the beautiful, glorious world of Blitzvillage. Alrighty, so things are starting to come together nicely. I'm hearing some zombies somewhere, and they are starting to scare me. At first I was like, oh, zombies, okay. And now it's like, oh, zombies. Sounds like they're getting closer a little bit. And I'm getting a little bit nervous. Alright, come on. Oh, and by the way, I was going to ask you guys, you know, well, first of all, if you didn't know, I probably should address this first. You guys should know that I love watermelon. It is my favorite fruit, my favorite berry. I know it's a berry, that's why I had to correct myself there. But it's my second favorite food right behind pizza. And therefore, what I was thinking to do was actually make a ginormous kind of like watermelon tribute. So we would have a giant watermelon surrounded by just watermelon farms all around it. Because I thought that would be really fun. And before I do it, I just wanted to run that idea by you guys to hear what you guys think. If you think that that is something that would be kind of cool, I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be like, imagine just walking through the city, then you're like, oh, look, there's a giant watermelon. And we can buy watermelon over there. I don't know. It sounds like something cool, especially considering I love watermelon. And yeah, therefore I would be very, very happy to have something like that in our Blitzvillage. All right, look at that. That is starting to come together, huh? Look at that. That looks nice. All right. So yeah, ideally at first my plan was to basically separate the cape in such a way where we would be like 2 blocks out, so the cape would actually like be kind of hanging here instead of right against his back. But again, it's one of those things that for time constraints and just because I don't particularly think it's going to make that much of a difference, especially because again, I am prioritizing the fact that we want to make it look fun and authentic to ourselves and kind of to our designs. Therefore, I feel like it's much better if I just stick with this instead of trying to do something that is like more authentic to how proper it's supposed to look. Because I think it's more fun to just be creative, as I've said before 100 million times. I know. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it now. All right, man. These guys are starting to scare me a little bit. I'm kind of thinking maybe it'd be better to just do this. Yay! Now we're peaceful. Now we don't have to get terrified, because I feel like I'm gonna start building and all of a sudden there'll be something that just jumps up at me and I'll be like, no, which is probably one of those moments where a lot of you guys would hope that I have a face cam on, but I do not, luckily for me, or else I would probably be ridiculed for the rest of my life on the internet. He'll be like, oh, that is the guy that got way too scared by some goofy mobs on Minecraft. But yeah, jump scares very much work on me, which is why I do not particularly like horror games. Oddly enough, though, I can enjoy a horror movie or a scary movie every now and then. By the way, look how cool nighttime is. They do like a little moonlight. Isn't that awesome? Like, look at that. That looks pretty neat, huh? How appropriate, huh? It's darkness and we are about to finish up our Batman design. How appropriate, very appropriate. This is just about when Mr. Batman would dive out and head out to take down some goons, right? That's what Batman does. That's how Batman rocks. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and build that up. And I'm actually kind of wanting to go ahead and time set again to 0 because I cannot see anything. There we go, that's much better. Look at our firehouse looking pretty stylish. And profilish. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. Wait, I gotta keep going. Sometimes I forget how far I need to go. Alright. Ooh, this is so cool, man. I am very, very happy. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm probably gonna go ahead and time-lapse the rest of this so that we can finish up the cape. So I'll see you guys in just a momento. Alrighty, so there you have it, guys. There is our Lego Batman statue. It is indeed done. It certainly was quite a feat to complete. I know, by the way, I noticed that the cape, I did mess it up a little bit in scale, so what I'm going to have to do is in between episodes, I'll fix that up. I just, honestly, if I were to do it right now, this video would probably be about 14 hours long. No, I'm joking. But it would be very, very long. Nonetheless, Of course, there you have it, guys. That is another episode of Blitzvillage in the books. It took us a while, but Batman is finally complete. Now, I'm going to right away address the shaders thing. I'm sure that a lot of you guys are going to complain about them, especially because of when the sun was reflecting and it wasn't looking particularly good. So what I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm going to go ahead and turn off shaders from now on whenever I record for Blitzvillage, just because I think it does not look particularly good. But look how beautiful that is. I mean, that is gorgeous. It does not look particularly... Look at that water. It does not look particularly good for this particular game mode, just because we're constantly up in the sky so far up, so the sun is reflecting on our face and stuff. So, therefore, it adds a lot of difficulties in how things look. But what I will do is, I will go ahead and implement the shaders on an upcoming series of mine, so stay tuned. I will be starting another Minecraft series very, very soon, since I just finished Skyblock with Gamer, and that opened up another slot for a brand new Minecraft series to take place. So stay tuned for that. And of course, as I always say, guys, thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, share the videos with your family and friends, favorite the videos as well, and of course, don't forget to send in your awesome submissions to Blitzvillage over to my Twitter page, which is of course twitter.com/Blitzwinger, and tweet at Blitzwinger. Alrighty, guys, so of course, as I always say, have a fantastic, fantastic day, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. I am the knight. I'm Batman. Well, he doesn't sound that threatening when he looks like that, does he?